triggering a major emergency response and widespread disruption across the rail network. Notably, the accident took place near Bedford at around 5:15 p.m. local time when two passenger trains travelling south towards London's St. Pancras station collided under circumstances that are still being investigated by the authorities. According to the initial rail tracking data and official reports, both the trains involved in the crash were East Midlands Railway services operating on the same route towards London. One service was the 4:40 p.m. train from Corby to London St. Pancras, while the other was the 3:50 p.m. service from Nottingham to St. Pancras. The collision occurred outside the town of Bedford and the impact was severe enough to cause fatalities and multiple serious injuries among passengers and crew. Authorities later confirmed that one train driver died in the crash while dozens of passengers suffered injuries ranging from minor to critical. Immediately after the incident, a large-scale emergency response was launched. Ambulances, firefighters, police units and air ambulance and a hazardous air response team from the East of England ambulance service were all deployed to the scene. A major incident was declared as emergency personnel rushed to rescue passengers, provide medical assistance and secure the entire area. The response continued late into the evening, with injured passengers being transported to the nearby hospitals and others receiving treatment at the site. Police have also confirmed in an official statement that multiple people had been injured and one person had died, adding that officers were working in coordination with the Bedfordshire Police, local fire services and the ambulance teams. Emergency vehicles lined the roads adjacent to the railway line as rescue operations unfolded. Officials have described the situation as serious and urged the public to avoid the area while investigations and recovery work were underway. Eyewitness accounts from passengers highlighted the sudden and terrifying nature of the collision. One survivor, Peter Knapp, said that there was no warning before the impact. He described being violently thrown forward into the seat in front of him, followed by smoke filling the carriage. And according to his account, passengers began screaming in panic as confusion spread throughout the train. He reported seeing multiple injured individuals, including people with broken bones and severe bleeding injuries. Knapp added that many passengers were unable to move or speak due to the seriousness of their injuries. And in a desperate attempt to escape, he managed to squeeze through a gap in the train doors and reach safety. Other passengers also described scenes of chaos and fear inside the carriages immediately after the crash. Social media posts and images from the site showed groups of passengers gathered near the tracks, some receiving first aid while others sat in shock as emergency responders worked around them. Ambulances, police vehicles and fire engines were seen lining the road parallel to the railway line as rescue teams coordinated the evacuation and treatment of injured individuals. Following the collision, East Midlands Railway confirmed that all the services to and from London St. Pancras were suspended for the remainder of Friday. Notably, the operator stated that the 4:40 p.m. Corby service and the 3:50 p.m. Nottingham service were both involved in the incident and that operations on the affected routes had been halted while emergency response and investigation work continued. The company also warned that train schedules for the following day could not yet be confirmed due to the ongoing recovery efforts and safety assessments. Rail unions also responded to the incident as the Rail, Maritime and Transport Union said it was closely monitoring developments and expressed concern over the reports of serious injuries involving both the passengers and the rail staff. Later updates confirmed that the fatality was a train driver, marking a significant loss within the railway workforce. Medical authorities provided further details on the scale of the injuries, reporting that 11 people sustained very serious injuries, 22 were seriously injured and 56 others suffered minor injuries. And all these figures highlight the seriousness of the crash and the widespread impact on the passengers across both the trains. Many of the injured were transported to the hospitals in the region for emergency treatment, while others were treated at the scene by paramedics and emergency responders. And as the investigations continue, railway authorities and safety regulators are working in order to determine the exact cause of the collision. Key areas of focus include train movements, signalling systems, track conditions, and operational procedures in the moments leading up to the crash. Investigators are also expected to reconstruct the sequence of events in order to understand how two trains travelling on the same route came into the collision. The incident has caused major disruption across the UK rail network, particularly affecting services to and from London St. Pancras. It has also raised serious concerns about rail safety and operational protocols. Officials have described the collision as a major incident, and further updates are expected as the investigations progress and authorities work to determine accountability and prevent similar tragedies in the near future. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.